How do some people get up regardless of what happens to them, regardless of what's going on out there? And others, no matter how many times they have failed, they continue to get back on course until they achieve their goal. In my career, I have been fascinated by people who, regardless of the circumstances, and in some cases they've been unbelievable, have been able to get on course, stay on course, even when boulders come in their path. So if you're like me and you want to know what have they done differently, and I mean anyone that has achieved extraordinary success understands that you've got to get clear, you've got to know where you're going, and you've got to stay on course. Well, if you want to know, you're going to love today's episode. So hello, I'm Annette Ba'u, the host of the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn what millionaires with amazing lives do differently. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insights so you can build a profitable business with more ideal affluent clients and create a financially free life you love, just like other multimillionaires. So today we're diving into your level 3 why, passion and purpose. So please hit subscribe and also ring the bell so you get notified of new episodes. And please comment. I would love to know one thing from this training you're going to commit to doing. I mean, studies show that if you comment, you commit to something, you're so much more likely to actually achieve it. So for today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/130. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by the millionaireseries.com. The information is not intended to replace any advisor, specialist, healthcare professional, or any investment, financial, tax, retirement, or any type of advice. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless where results achieved or not achieved, and any reproduction of this material is allowed only with written authorization from the millionaireseries.com. So let's dive in. One of my favorite quotes, which sums it up, by Mark Twain, is the 2 most important days. The first is the day you were born, and the second day is the day you determine why. Why are you here? Each of us has God-given talents. In fact, I was recently with a top surgeon, and I just looked at that person, and his knowledge and his expertise were so impressive. And I thought, like, he has mastered the level of that occupation, like I've mastered the area of wealth. And I could not do what he did, and he probably couldn't do what I've done. That's the beauty of it, my friends. We all have God-given talents. We all have unique qualifications. And what we're here for is to determine what those are and then use them. Help people. When you get that simple formula, everything in your business and life is going to change. And that I can guarantee. So before we dive in, I want to give you a free resource. You can go to millionaireseries.com/BPT, Business Plan Template. We are going to have an upcoming live training on creating your 3-step plan. Now is a perfect time for you to really start creating your plan so you can get results for the upcoming year. So again, millionaireseries.com/BPT. That form is going to help you to start creating your plan and then combining it with the training that's coming up, which you can go to millionaireseries.com/3-step plan, is going to help you to really get some momentum so you can get results. Again, millionaireseries.com/BPT. So first of all, I'm going to do a training that I did a few years ago on getting clear on your why, specifically your level 3 why, where you become unstoppable. And then afterwards, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you some more takeaways, some additional quick step action plans that you can start taking action on right now. So let's dive in. So today what I want to talk to you about are your passion and your purpose. I get asked a lot about that. How is it that people that are really successful, the top 1%, 2%, how is it that they achieve those results? And one of the core elements is finding your passion and your purpose. So how do you do that? Well, what I've identified is that most people will always tell you, oh, you got to get clear on your why. And your why is essential. But what comes before your why is your what. So you've got to, first of all, know what is it that you want to achieve personally and professionally. Once you know that, then you're ready to dive into your purpose and your passion. And what I found is that there are 3 different levels of a why. The first level of your why is about your house, your car. It's all about you. And it's important, it's powerful, but the issue is it's out there and it only takes you so far. So once you get clear on that, the next step is your level 2 why. This is your family, your community, your business. Again, it's more powerful than oftentimes in your level 1 why, but it only takes us so far. The third level is what I refer to as your level 3 why. This is where your desire comes from within. Your goal to achieve your result comes from that burning passion to where you really want to impact people's lives. You want to become financially free so that you can have such a difference on people's lives, on their future, on the trajectory of what they're doing. When you get clear on your level 3 why, you'll know it because you can't wait to get up in the morning. You don't need an alarm because your entire energy is all about the impact you're making and the difference you are having in this world. So I really encourage you to take some time to get clear on your level 3 why. A great exercise to do that is say, what is my passion? What is my purpose? What is my level 3 why? Write the question out with your dominant hand and then answer it with your non-dominant hand. That's going to give you insight that you would never ever think about from a conscious state. It allows you to tap into a deeper level where you really find out, what is it? Why are you here? There is a talent, a purpose you have that no one else has. And I strongly believe the reason you're still here, I'm still here, is because we have a passion to share with others. We have a purpose, a mission of what we're supposed to do to impact others' lives. So I encourage you to take the time to get clear, first of all, what you want, and then why you want it, because it's going to so dramatically not only impact your life, but all of the people's lives that you're going to touch. There you have it. All right, now let's dive into a couple things. The first thing I want you to do is get a notepad out and take some notes. So what do you really want? Meaning, what do you want more than anything else? And identify some personal and some professional. How many clients do you want to serve? How much money do you want to make? What kind of relationship do you want to have with your spouse or your partner or your family or your children or yourself? Doesn't matter, but get clear on that. How much money do you want to earn? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to drive? How much free time do you want? Take a minute and ask yourself that. Now, if you're not clear on what you want or you need more support, at the end of chapter 1 in the 7 principles of becoming a millionaire for life, millionaireseries.com/7P-15, you can do an exercise. It's at the end of chapter 1, releasing mental blocks and core beliefs. And I'm going to give you just an overview of it. But basically what you do is you write it out with your dominant hand. What do I really want? Say you're right-handed, and then you answer it with your left hand. Where do I want to live? Now, initially what you're going to find is very logical. Well, I want to live here, blah, 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 blah. And then as you start peeling away the layers, what really is going on and what you really want is going to come to surface. You can use that with challenges. You can use it to release mental blocks. You can use it to determine what you really want. But it is so powerful. One of the most effective strategies I have discovered. And if you really want to dive into it, you can actually go get the book, millionaireseries.com/7P-15. I'll link to it in the show notes. You can go to millionaireseries.com/130 and it'll be down in the links to make it easier for you. The next thing you got to get clear on is, why do you want it? Your why is your passion and your purpose. It's when you feel alive, inspired, unstoppable. When we get clear on our passion and our purpose, that's when we work, even when we don't have to. An example of getting really clear on your why is my certified life transition training. And in that, I have wanted to help women and couples facing a life transition for a long time. I just hadn't been able to figure out how I could do it to be able to then have support for these women and couples that need it. And that's why I created my certified life transitionist designation. And I'm so excited to be able to share that, to be able to share insight on what they can do from a financial and a life perspective to really have an amazing life. And it's something I have been thinking about for years, but I didn't know how to do it and be able to still serve them. And that's what happens when you get really clear. You ask the question and then you listen, and it's going to come to you. I guarantee it. All right, so let's dive into the different levels. So level 1 is kind of the my level, my house, my car, my vacations. It's important, but the problem with the level 1 why is it only takes us so far because it's all about us, right? And it's important. It motivates you, but it's not going to get you to where you ultimately likely want to be. Level 2 is more of the our level, our family, our business, our community. And again, it's important and it's valuable, but it only takes us so far. The level 3 why is where you become unstoppable. It's wanting to help women, not just from your community, but helping all women going through a life transition, helping any woman you can reach on how to create an amazing life and to be okay now as well as in the future. Your level 3 why is where you become unstoppable. And when you get clear on your level 3 why, everything in your business and life is going to change. And it's just undescribable how amazing it is. One of the things that's so fascinating, so my son, my older son, he's in the honors college, getting straight A's. I don't know where he got his brains, clearly not from me. And one of the things that was funny is he said, why do you work? And I said, because I change people's lives. And he kind of looks at me like, you're crazy. He's like, people don't work once they have enough money and they don't have to. And I thought, it's just funny because he just doesn't get it. And I said to my husband, I said, he doesn't understand the level 3 why. And, I can tell him until I'm blue in the face, but until you get it, you don't. Now let's look at a couple of level 3 whys. So in your business, a level 3 why, as I gave you an example a minute ago, could be like not just helping women, but really helping all women create a solid financial future. As far as your personal life, it could be not just, helping your family, but combining your family goals with, say, for instance, feeding the hungry. I mean, that's one thing right now that I am really passionate about. We have bought thousands, over 10,000 meals, and I hope to buy more like 100,000, really helping people that need food right now. We're going through the pandemic. There are a lot of people who really need food. I carry bars in my car and water because what I found with money is I never know how they're going to spend it. But if you give them a bar and you give them water, they've at least got a meal. And it's really interesting, the reaction for some of them. Some of them are so grateful. Other ones, I've seen one guy actually take my bar and throw it. I'm like, okay, I guess he wasn't looking for a bar. But the reality of it is that when we can have an impact and really help people, and we can combine that goal with our family goal, our business goal with what we're doing for a profession, everything changes. We get clarity. We're committed. We're passionate about it. It's amazing. So I want to dive into the quick start action plan, things that you can do right now. But before I do, as I mentioned earlier, you can go to millionaireseries.com/3-step plan to access our upcoming training. Our 3-step plan will give you the framework so that you know exactly what you need to do to create a winning plan, what the people that have had unbelievable results have done. As I shared, one of our advisors just this year up 20 million in AUM, from 75 million up to 95 million. Last year our highest increase was up 72%. We've got people this year up 31%, 28%, another one 37%. It's unbelievable what happens when you get really clear, and the 3-step plan will help you. So millionaireseries.com/3-step plan. All right, so the first thing you got to do is you got to identify 1 or 2 goals. Now, ideally, I want you to identify ones in your business and in your personal life so you are more balanced. Then I want you to get clear on your level 1, your level 2, and your level 3 why. Ask yourself, why is this important to me? Why do I want to achieve this? If you can get beyond my money, my house, my family, and really get to the impact you're making, that's where everything's going to change. And the next thing you want to do, and this is really important. In fact, in our interview, episode 124, millionaireseries.com/124, when I interviewed Todd Kelly, one of the things that he shared that really impacted his life is what I'm doing right now taking me to where I want to go. Is what I'm doing right now really consistent with achieving my level 3 why? If the answer is yes, keep doing it. You're on course. If the answer is no, just stop and say, what can I do right now? What can I shift to get there? You're out at the water fountain, if you're working, or if you're virtual, you're in your kitchen or you're doing laundry and you're saying, is this really moving the bar forward? During business hours, you need to be focused on business. And if you're not focused on business, I see this a lot where people are like, oh, I'm really not reaching my potential. I'm really not doing what I need to do. It's because you're not really clear on what you want and you're not really committed. Once you get really clear on what you want, it's kind of like you get committed, you have the discipline. It just starts showing up because that's what it's really all about. and then you start impacting people's lives and people start calling you and telling you what an impact you've made on their life. I mean, I can remember about 10 years into my career, and I would ask some of my affluent clients, namely women, what's the best investment you've ever made? And they're like, you. I'm like, what? And initially I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, you have changed my life. When you start hearing clients say that, you realize how important the work we do is. And regardless of how you help clients, affluent clients, if you're impacting them, you are providing value, that's what it's all about. Amazing, 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 amazing. All right, so before you go, please click subscribe and ring the bell and comment one thing you're going to take action on. One thing, and maybe it's just simply asking yourself, is what I'm doing right now moving the bar forward? Is what I'm doing right now really going to have an impact on my goals, my family, my business? The answer is yes, keep doing it. Not, just simply ask, well, what do I need to do to change? And then change course and get on track. That's how Todd Kelly, first of all, doubled his quarterly revenue and then doubled his annual revenue just by simply asking that simple question. All right, you can go to millionaireseries.com/130 for today's show notes. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. So there you have it. Thank you so much. Now, before you go, click the link above. That training is specifically designed to help you on the next step. So click that. And I want to thank you so much for joining me for your Level 3 Why, Passion and Purpose. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next training. I'm Annette Bau, host of Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved.